Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be back, because I don't be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. It's gonna be y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. All right, you guys. Good afternoon, or good evening, I should say. And happy Friday Eve. Happy Friday Eve and happy Boss Babe Weekend Eve. We are live on TikTok and on YouTube. Thank you, Helen. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me pin that. Thank you, Don. Okay, so, okay, you guys, I'm sorry. Shop Black Girl Vitamins. Make sure you are using my discount code ReallyBTV for 20% off your first order. You guys, thank you so much for everybody who has already supported me and continue to support me. I know some of you are still ordering, even though you can't, your discount code has run out. But I do appreciate it. Again, this is a product that I use myself. I love my Black Girl Vitamins because, baby, and I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but Black Girl Vitamins is making some moves. I've been reposting it on my Instagram, but they have been doing some really great things. We know that they were the official partner of Howard University girls basketball, but they also are now the official partner of vitamin partner of the Atlanta. Is it the Atlanta Dream? The WNBA team. And they're also doing a lot in women's health. So if you guys haven't already checked them out, y'all go check out Black Girl Vitamins, okay? All right. Welcome to everybody. We already have 100 people in the room over here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Y'all know what to do. Come on in. Kick your feet up. Hit that like button. If you are lit up in green, head on over to the VIP section. All right. If you are lit up in green, go ahead and head on over to the VIP section. Everybody else, y'all chill out. Tracy, y'all know, is on vacation, but Ebby is going to be, Ebby's doing double duty. Ebby and Don are doing double duty. I'm going to have to find another bartender for today. Or maybe we just open up the bar and you just pour your own poison, honey. Maybe you just pour your own poison, okay? Tracy just sent me something on Jasmine, the Jasmine brand, and I don't know what it is because y'all know I'm on my other phone. So if it's something important, y'all let me know. Me too, Cams. Me too. Yes, honey. Listen, I didn't have time to go get my toes done, so me and Abby might have to make an emergency run to the nail salon when we get to Atlanta because, baby, my toes, it wasn't enough time in the week. It was not enough time in the week, but I had to get to her taken care of. Yeah, I think we're just going to open up the bar. No, El Teddy, no. And welcome back, El Teddy. Y'all know El Teddy has been out working hard in these streets. Thank you, Abby, for the gifts, for the hearts and everything over on the TikTok. Abby says she need a petty too, so we may have to stop at the salon on our way down the road Saturday morning. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you for the love over on TikTok. Thank you, guys. We already have 2,000 likes. I appreciate y'all for tapping that screen over there. I appreciate it. So before we get into the things, can we get together? I need one. Can we get one together? I need one. Okay, so you want us to wait until we come to Atlanta? Find us a place to go, and we definitely can. Find us a spot, El Teddy, wherever you normally go. We definitely can. Really be, I need to preview your Boss Babe ensemble. Ooh. I love it. That's all I'm gonna say. It actually got here yesterday. It actually got here yesterday. Oh, hold on. Look, I forgot I'm on TikTok. I'm about to take off. Hold on. And don't need me to turn off the camera because I'm on camera on TikTok. Sorry about that, y'all. There was something in my tooth. All right. Yeah, El Teddy lives down there, Don. So he's not coming to the awards, but we're definitely gonna be hooking up. Whenever we get it within a 20-mile radius of each other, child. Double shot you. Baby, pour your own poison. The bar is open. Y'all just go back there and pour your own drink. Just leave it in the chat what drink you make it so we can keep up with the inventory so we know what we need to replace. Y'all going back to the bar, make y'all own drink, okay? Make y'all own drink. Just put it in the chat so we know what y'all was making so we can make sure that the inventory is up to par, okay? The other announcement I need to make is, and I did put it in the group chat, and I put it in the group chat and I posted on my community wall. For those of you that are going on the cruise, Perfect Day at Coco K is having a flash sale. If you've downloaded the app, you can go into the app. You do not have to listen. I want to be clear about this. You can do whatever it is that you want to do at Coco K. And Coco K is free. You don't have to pay for anything at Coco K if you don't want to. They have a beach there that you can sit on that beach for free all day long if you want to. You can use you can use your room key. So if you have the drink package, you can get as many drinks as you want for free. They have food there where you don't have to pay for the food there. You do not have to spend any money at Coco K. I want to be clear about that. However, I am going to Hideaway Beach. And what is Hideaway Beach? Hideaway Beach is the adult-only area of Coco K. They have the swim-up bar, which you can also use your hey JB, what's up, boo? Where you can also use your, again, you don't have to pay for your drinks if you have the drink package. They have the swim-up bar, they have the DJ, they have the pool, they have a beach, which is really like a man-made beach. Is I'm gonna be honest. I went to the beach last time. I was a little underwhelmed, but I like sitting on it. It is not a new beach. Informed, have you been hanging out with El Teddy too much? Talking about, is it a new beach? You get over there with El Teddy, okay? But if I'm being fair, I was not crazy about the beach because it's really like a little alcove. But if you want to just sit on some sand, it's a great, they have the bartenders come around and get your drinks. They have, they have the chairs and the umbrellas and all that good stuff. It's still a nice area. It's just, if you think, oh, I'm gonna have this great, no. So Perfect Day at Coco K is the adult only area. That is where I am going to be. So the ticket for the adult only area is on sale. It's a flash sale for $48. I'm being honest with you guys. It's probably not going to drop lower than that. Earlier this year when I did the 3-day cruise, Perfect Day at Coco K, I want to say I ended up spending $60 on my ticket because I think I might have missed the flash sale and I didn't get it for that price. So I think it ends at midnight. If you have $50 and you want to go to the adult only area at Coco K, you might want to go ahead and get your ticket now. I can't say for certain that between now and February it won't be that price again. I'm just telling you that's where I'm gonna be, and I'm gonna get my. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm gonna get my ticket today. All right. Is this the place where you saw the MAGA people? Yes, this is the place where I saw the MAGA people. But to be fair, it was probably MAGA people on the ship with me. It was probably MAGA people at the airport with me. It was probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But yes, that is the place where the person had on the Trump shirt and there was people who had Make America Great Again hats on. Yes, that is. But that was back in August. I'm going to be honest. I didn't see any of that in February. In February, I didn't see none of that. But back in August, before the election, that's when I saw a lot of that. Yeah, I did. I absolutely did. Okay. Thank you, everybody over here. Tap, tap, tap. We are almost at 10,000 likes already on TikTok. So that is the church announcement for today. I'm not going to do too many more church announcements. That's my church announcement for today. Let's get into it, y'all. We got some things that I want to talk about today. We got a few things. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I have to really get used to the fact that I am not using my phone. I really have to remember that I'm not using my phone. Hold on. Do I have it on here? Oh, I do. Okay, never mind. I have it on this phone. Okay. Oh, okay. In We Don't Care news, oh Lord, Chuck, you be careful going into that boom boom room. I don't know. Okay. And we don't care news. Shout out to Ebby. And we don't care news. It is being reported, rumor. It is being reported that Erica Jane from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has been demoted. It is being reported that for the upcoming season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she has gotten a friend of contract. Now, I say we don't care because honestly, for those of us, and I'm gonna say those of us over the last couple of seasons, I used to love me some Erica Jane, but baby, she has fallen out of favor with me. And what little bit of favor she gained back this season, because she did get a little bit back from me this season. What little bit of favor she got back from me this season, she has already lost. I mean, she lost by the end of the season, and definitely by the reunion when she tried to come for Garcelle, saying her life was boring, when her whole storyline this season was redecorating a pool house that doesn't even belong to her. Okay. And then when she tried to come for Garcelle about having a beach house, when, ma'am, technically you're homeless. So yeah, I'm not, we don't care that she lost. If that's true, that she's been demoted. Nobody cares. Oh well, moving right along. And I just want y'all to know that Garcelle continues to shine on her Instagram. If y'all are not following Garcelle on her Instagram, the subtle shade that we got 10,000 already and we ain't even been here. And we ain't even been here for a few minutes, baby. We can get to 20K. How about that? Hey, we ain't even been here 15 minutes, baby. We can get to 20K. All right. I'm trying to decide what direction I want to go in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was talking about Garcelle. Baby, the way that Garcelle is throwing up the shade by just living her best life, and she just keeps reminding the girls that she is that girl. What's up, Cruiser? I was just telling everybody to get that Coco K pass. I put it on my wall and everything. I told them to get that Coco K pass, honey. Hold on, y'all. Oh, shoot. I'm supposed to be on a Zoom meeting right now. Sorry, y'all. My cousin's birthday trip next summer. She's having a meeting right now, a Zoom meeting for the people going on the trip. I forgot all about it. I saw it and I forgot all about it, child. Y'all know my evenings from 6 to 9 are usually dedicated to coming here and talking to y'all, honey. I have to think about what I have other stuff to do in that window of time, child. But I'll give her a call. No, it's child. It's for listen. That trip ain't until next August. I cannot imagine they're saying anything tonight that I can't get the cliff notes on and an address. Okay. But I'll call her when I get off of here. Okay. With that being said, thank you everybody for continuing to tap screen over there. And we already have almost 230 people over here. So I hope that we are up to about at least 170 likes, maybe 200. How about that? Okay. Lipstick details. It's the same one. It's Juvia's Place. This is maroon. I think it's from their berries collection. It's maroon. Okay. So I think where I decided to go next was Michelle Obama. Okay. So can I tell y'all that I am enjoying Michelle Obama's podcast? If I'm being honest and I'm being fair, it's not something like I have to take it in doses. Not because it's boring or it's bad. It's just a lot. It's a lot because they get into some good stuff and they get into some deep stuff. You know what I mean? I will say this. She addressed and they've had some good like the Tracy Ellis Ross. See, I'm about to go left. Remind me to come back to Tracy Ellis Ross. Remind me to come back to that. But what I wanted to talk about was she addressed her not going to the her not going to the inauguration and her not going to Jimmy Carter's funeral. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Am I the only person that wasn't confused about why she wasn't at the inauguration? Am I the only one that 120% understood why she was not at the inauguration? Because I didn't understand why people automatically jumped to the conclusion that they were having marital problems because she chose not to show up to a place she told us we shouldn't be. Like, she literally, at her DNC speech, she literally told us, if y'all reelect this man, it's gonna be all hell. And I didn't understand what people didn't understand about her not being there. Like, the first time around, everybody did what they were supposed to do for protocol purposes. Like, I get that. But the second time around, with so much more that was added to it, baby. So automatically now her and Barack all of a sudden are having marital problems because she decided not to come to the inauguration. Now, I will say I was a little surprised she wasn't at Jimmy Carter's funeral. However, I felt like she didn't show up there for the same reason. Like, I'm not, because you see how they were positioned, and maybe she already knew before that they got there that she was gonna have to sit next to Trump and his wife. And she was like, I don't want to be in. I feel like she's at the place where she's like, I don't want to be in a space where I have to be nice to people that I think are out to destroy me, my people, and the very fabric of this country. Like, I don't understand what people were so confused about. And for people to automatically jump, y'all notice I didn't even come down here and talk about that. Because for people to automatically jump to the conclusion, oh, they must be having marital problems. Why? Because she don't want to be around Donald Trump. She lived with Barack. She don't have to go out in public to prove to y'all that her and Barack are still good. And if they are having marital problems, I think that they've been doing this long enough to understand what the optics of her not doing those things will automatically point to. Like, they're not stupid. Girl, they're not stupid. They know if they were having marital problems, they know how to play nice for the camera. I am pretty certain that there were times that they were on the elevator probably woo banging. And as soon as that door opened, they was all smiles. Because they know how to play the game. But I just think that, and she said, listen, first time around, wait a minute, whoa. Why did somebody, okay, hold on, y'all. Somebody just sent me money for Coco K. No, baby, don't send it to me. I'm going to send it back when we get off of here. You got to log on. I don't do nothing. You have to go through the app and pay for it yourself. Whoever that was that just sent me $50 for Coco K Cash App, baby, as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to send it back to you, okay? Or request it. However I'm going to send it back to you because I don't do anything. You do everything through them. I don't do anything, baby. Whoever that was, you go ahead and you go. Oh, that was just for me? Oh, I misunderstood. Oh, you're paying for my Coco K? Oh, look at that. Thank you. I misunderstood. I thought somebody wanted me to go. I thought somebody wanted me to pay for that Coco K ticket. I thought they had to go through me. You're treating me. Oh, thank you so much, The Informed. That was so sweet. Oh, y'all love me. And I love y'all. I love y'all back. That was so sweet. Thank you so much. Baby, I misunderstood. Yes, look at God. That was sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you so much, The Informed. And I can't wait to see you. You know, I'm going to see you in a couple of weeks, too, down to the Howard Theater. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. They get mad when Black women stop playing the game. She's at a big age where her piece is valuable. And that's what she said. She said at the beginning of this year, she made some very hard decisions. And she even said she almost had to psych herself out. Hey, Jamil. She almost had to psych herself out. She said she had to, because she always does the right thing, right? So she said what she ended up doing was she told her team, I don't even want anything. I don't want to dress. I don't want y'all to find me nothing. I do not want to be prepared for this event because if I know I have a dress and if I know I have everything I need to go to the event, then I know me, and I'm gonna probably give in at the last minute and decide to go. She said, so she had to tell her team, don't do it. Don't, when designers call, we're not going. We don't need anything. We're good. So yeah, I get that. I get that. Michelle's mother died. When your mom dies, you put things in perspective. You know what? That's something that you take into account as well. Right. Trump didn't go to Biden's inauguration. Exactly. And that's why I don't even understand why y'all keep trying to make that woman run for office. That woman has told y'all 50 different ways that this is not her thing. If any of y'all read her first book, y'all would absolutely know that there's no way in hell she is ever running for public office, much less president. Like, if y'all read her book, y'all know. Okay? Y'all know. So anyway, the other thing, since we're here, let's go ahead and talk about. Let's go ahead. Also, no one wanted Orange Cheeto well, nobody wanted him there, but he'd come anyway. All right, y'all. We almost at 20,000 likes over on TikTok. Thank y'all. Keep tapping, and thank you for all the gifts that people are giving me. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know how many different ways that she got to tell y'all. Y'all always want people to do stuff. Just like this Real Housewives of Potomac stuff. Now they had the rumor that Monique was rejoining. Monique had to come down here and tell y'all, no. Don't believe it. It's not true. Don't believe the hype. I know people don't like Monique, but Monique told y'all 50 different times she is done with this type of reality TV. Now, she never said she wouldn't do any other reality TV. She said she wouldn't mind doing like a Survivor type of thing. So, like, don't be surprised if we see her on like a Traders or something like that. But she said she is not interested in this type of reality TV. And I believe her. I really believe her. Now, I know if somebody put enough money on the table, you put enough money on the table, you can make people change their mind. But I honestly think that when Monique Samuel says she's good on this type of reality TV, I believe her. I do. I really do believe her. I really, really do. The other thing I want to discuss, and I wasn't even planning on talking about this, but since we down to the podcast, let's go ahead and talk about the podcast. Explain once again, when a Black woman tells you who they are and where they are and what their boundaries are and how they love themselves in spite of and not because of, it really makes y'all mad. And when I say y'all, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about the other people. It really makes y'all mad. The way that people have been dragging Tracee Ellis Ross for talking about where she is in her life right now, I am perplexed. First of all, what we are not going to do is compare when Tracee Ellis Ross said, I date younger men. What we're not going to do is compare that to what Shannon Sharpe got going on. Because number one, she never said how young. She never said she was dating no 19-year-old man. She said younger. That woman is knocking on 60. Younger for her could be 35. Younger for her could be 40. Younger for her could be 50. So we're not going to compare the two. And for people out here trying to compare the two, The other thing is, as a woman who is 50 years old, who is not married, who has no children, and at this point really ain't dating because, I was feeling a lot of what she said. And it doesn't matter that that woman has money. It doesn't matter that she comes from a certain pedigree. It doesn't matter that she's got access to all types of people, from men from all over the world. She's dealing with a lot of the same shit that I deal with. She said part of the reason why she doesn't date men her own age is because men her age come with, they already have this ingrained misogyny and baggage. Now we all look, the longer we live, the more baggage we pick up. That's just a fact, right? Now, whether we do the work to unpack that baggage or not, that's another conversation. But we all have the baggage. Again, how you unpack your baggage, or if you unpack your baggage, that's on you, between you, your therapist, or whoever else. So when I'm listening, I was listening to her, and when she said, I mourn the fact that I never got married and I didn't have children. Now, the difference is I was never really pressed about having children, but I understood what she was saying when she said, I mourn that, because the reality is two things can be true at the same time. You can be okay with being single because the alternative is not a happy alternative for you, but also mourn the life that you thought you were going to have. She said as a child, she dreamed of her wedding. Absolutely. So the fact that she never got married, she's mourning that part of her that thought this would be a part of my life, and it just hasn't been. So it always, I was just like, how did y'all take what this woman said and turn it into something? And I said, once again, here we go. Where y'all want to turn Black women into this other thing. Like, and I'm not even going to discuss Corey Holcomb, because I think Corey Holcomb, I think, is a disgusting piece of shit. And I mean that with all the sincerity in my heart. I mean that from deep, deep down in my soul. You are a disgusting piece of shit. And I really wish people would stop giving you any attention. And that's all of the attention that I'm going to give you. Moving right along. Mia said, I knew exactly what segment being being a widow at the age of 56. I was blessed with my husband for 36 years. Oh, and I'm sorry about your loss. Yes, self-care, not selfish. Hey, boo. All right. Not Alexa play the churches in the morning. You know what? Not the churches in the morning. Abby, I'm not doing this with you. Over on TikTok cutting up. All right. She's not lying. My guy died in 2023. These men are so effed up. I'll probably never date again. Damn. Yeah, I mean, listen. And child, Abby can tell y'all, baby, listen, the does be coming around, honey. The does. Yeah, that's what I said. That's all he getting from me. Moving right along. Moving right along. Okay. In other news that we probably don't give a damn about, Elon Musk says that he is stepping away from Doge because he needs to focus on his other businesses. And he said that he's tired of the attacks from the extreme left. Sir. Elon. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Baby, you about to lose your job down to the Tesla. Okay, because as my bro said over on his live a little while ago over on Run Your Mouth, baby, CEOs have been fired for less. Tesla stock is in the toilet. The profits for this quarter are down 71%. So for those of us who don't own enough stock to get that type of, to get the profit sharing off the stock, understand that when you own enough stock and you get that profit sharing, you went from, let's just, because Really B ain't no mathematician, so let's just do round numbers. If last quarter you made $10 million off your Tesla stock, that means that this quarter you only made $3 million. Now I know for all of us, I'm gonna say the majority, because I don't know everybody's situation in this room. It's 300 of y'all in here. One of y'all might be a millionaire. I don't know, but for the 300 of y'all that's in this room right now, I know that $3 million will make all of us happy. But if you used to making 10 every quarter, again, for those who don't know the math, baby, that is every 3 months, you used to making 10, and I'm just throwing a number out there. It's probably more than 10 million, but let's just say it. For every, not the math is terrible. Oh, you talking about my math? Oh, okay. So that means that 4 times a year, you used to getting a check for $10 million, and that 10 million done dropped down to 3 million. Oh, baby, that's enough for the people to be like, you got to get the fuck up out of there. Oh, no, Auntie Kim, I'm so sorry to hear that. Auntie Kim said after he ruined the federal workforce, my last day is tomorrow. Baby, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Listen. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Not the dating, baby. The dating pool got pee in it. The dating pool has pee in it. Okay. But yeah, so now all of a sudden you done came over here, like you said, you done came over here, you didn't ruin, and then down to the Rachel Maddow last night. Rachel Maddow let us know when they said that they were supposed to be improving, cutting down government spending. Trump is spending more money than Biden did. He's at this point in the juncture. But anyway, but we knew that. Like we knew that. We knew that nothing they're doing is literally saving money. We know it's for something totally different. They're trying to privatize all these things. We know what it is. We're going to destroy it so we can buy it up, so we can build it up, so we can make money off of it. Like, honestly, that's the plan. Like, we're going to privatize all this shit. That's the plan. Not the dating pool has measles in it. My gosh. Oh, wait a minute. She said, hold on. Wait a minute. It's a praise report. Hold on. She said, Auntie Kim said, no, boo. I'm retiring from the drama. Congrats are in order. Well, listen. Look at that praise. Congrats. If I could sing, I'd give you a little Vesta right now. Congratulations. But I can't even pretend to hit that. I can't even pretend to hit the Vesta, honey. But congratulations. What's up? So thank you for renewing your membership, because I believe you were already a member, Self-Care Not Selfish. So thank you for renewing your membership, my love. What's up, Andrew? Hey, boo. So yeah, she's getting yes, honey. She said, y'all can have this, and I'm not even mad at you. My a good friend of mine, her husband, he was going to retire in October. And he took the buyout. When they offered that buyout, he already had his paperwork in. And she's a contract attorney. That's what she does for a living. So she read the contract and made sure that he was good and he was all right. And baby, he took that buyout that he was offering. And like I said, he was going to retire in October anyway. He just retired last month. So, But yeah. Congratulations are in order to Anthony Anderson and Cedric the Entertainer. I don't know if you guys know that they started their own barbecue line last year. They're selling, I think they have actual barbecue. And I believe they're also selling like accessories, like, barbecue accessories. And they did actually have a reality show on one of them networks over the summer. I didn't watch it. I said I was going to catch it, but it's one of those channels that I hardly ever watch. So I didn't catch it. But they now have a partnership with Arby's where they're it might be grills, but I know it's the accessories, but it might be grills too. But they have a partnership with Arby's that their sauce, I guess, is going to be on a new sandwich or something. So congratulations to them. Whatever it is, we're going to go buy it, child. We're going to go buy it. Last week, we talked about the fact that the Reverend Al Sharpton went down to the Target CEO and had a meeting with them. And we talked about how I feel like Jamal Bryant should have been invited to the conversation. However, he was not. Reverend Al said he called Jamal Bryant after the meeting was over and told him what they discussed and told him what the conversation was about. And I told y'all that it must not have been a good conversation, because I didn't see Reverend Al having no photo shoot down to the Target, buying up some Afro Sheen or nothing like that. I didn't see that. So I figured that the meeting must not have been productive. And it was confirmed that the meeting was not productive because Jamal Bryant then told the people, I said we was going to fast during the time of Lent from the Target. What Arby's closed? Correct, you live in my area. The Arby's, baby, they just opened up a brand new Arby's over in Largo. Baby, you live in my area. There's an Arby's on Forestville Road. There's an Arby's on Crane Highway, and they just opened up a brand new Arby's in Largo over by the Planet Fitness. Baby, that's a brand new Arby's they just opened up over there. It's a Royal, I'm going to say a Royal Crown, a Royal Farms. But baby, baby, my daddy loved Arby's. If I call my daddy and say, you want me to stop by? I'm leaving from such and such a place. If he knows it's an Arby's in the area, baby, he want a roast beef sandwich. Okay, he wants that roast beef sandwich, honey. Anyway, let me tell you something. Jamal Bryant told the people, listen, we said we was going to do this thing for 40 days and for 40 nights. Now, Lent is over. The season of Lent is over. But he said, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to do a full-fledged Target boycott. And before anybody tells me he didn't start the boycott started way back in January. Baby, I know that. I know this was not his idea. However, like I told y'all before, Jamal Bryant has a reach. And his people, listen, he a preacher, and his people do what they're asked. And I would love to see the numbers for the targets in the Atlanta area, because that mega church that he's sitting on down in Atlanta, where they have thousands of people in the pews every Sunday, not counting what's online, not counting the people, who just follow Jamal Bryant, they like Jamal Bryant. Baby, I would love to see what them numbers look like at the targets in Atlanta versus the rest of the country. Because I would be willing to bet a small wager, but I'd be willing to bet that those numbers are a little different. Arby's by me, I'm so irritated with Largo opening. Really? Oh, opening a Liddy? Child. Baby, Lovely Nola said, you got to tell me twice about Target. I paid off my card to close the account. Let me tell y'all something. I have not been to Target in 2025. And I promise y'all I don't miss it. And y'all know I used to love me some Target. But number one, I am not spending that money because, baby, I would go into Target to get, we got 20K? Yes, 20K over on the Tiki-Taki. Thank you. My screen hasn't changed. It still says 17. So as far as I'm concerned, we still at 17. But thank y'all over here. And thank you for the people who are sending gifts and hearts and all of those things, child. Thank you. Yes. I would go to Target to buy some toilet paper and would spend $100. So not only am I not missing, and like El Teddy said earlier, there is nothing that Target sells that I can't get somewhere else. I mean, that's just it. I mean, did it make it convenient? Did I like Target? Yeah, all of the above. But there is nothing that Target is selling that I can't get nowhere else. I mean, let's just call it a thing, y'all. Art Rose said, I love Target, but I have saved so much not going. I do miss it though. And I get that too. And like I keep telling y'all, when it comes to a boycott, it's supposed to hurt. I mean, there's a reason why we frequented these places, because we liked them, because they were easy and right? All the reasons. So shout out, and I'm with you, Jamal. Now, again, to piggyback off my little brother, I can't say I'm with you when it comes to a lot of stuff, Jamal. But I'm with you on this one. Okay? Okay. All right, honey. Now, before we get to Wendy and Shannon Sharpe, because listen, I wanted to be taken out of the group chat, but I guess we got to talk about Shannon Sharpe at least one more day. I want to bring something to you all's attention. I did want to talk about this too. So I want to read you guys something, and then we're going to talk about something that I found to be very interesting yesterday. So let me read you guys this article. Now, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but I'm going to read you an actual article because there's something in here that I want to bring up, okay? Longtime executive producer of 60 Minutes is leaving the program, writing to staff on Monday. He could no longer preside over the Sunday evening show objectively as it faces increasing threats and a multi-million-dollar lawsuit from President Trump. My 60 Minutes priorities have always been clear. Maybe not smart, but clear. Bill Owens, executive producer of the CBS News program, wrote to staff in a note obtained by The Hill. Oh, this article is coming from The Hill. Over the past months, it has also become clear that I would not be allowed to run the show as I always have, to make independent decisions based on what was right for 60 Minutes and right for the audience. Owens said that he had defended this show and what we stand for from every angle over time with everything I could and would step aside so the show can move forward. His resignation comes as CBS News is facing a $20 billion with a B lawsuit filed in U.S. District Court in the Northern District of Texas. President Trump, stemming from a 60 Minutes interview with former Vice President Kamala Harris that Trump argues was edited to cast her in a favorable light, which is a total, anyway, moving right along. CBS parent company Paramount Global is meanwhile currently looking to push through a multi-billion-dollar mega merger with Hollywood giant Skydance, a deal that will need clearance by the Trump administration, government regulators to hold up. Rumors of a settlement, that's the part that's important. Rumors of a settlement between Paramount and the president have been circulating for months. Oh, God. Sorry, y'all. Pop up. Hold on, let me scroll down. Okay. Sorry, y'all. This pop up. I got to get back. Okay. Have been circulating for months, with the two sides reportedly hiring a mediator in recent weeks to hammer out a potential deal, which means that they're close to a deal, right? Which means that they've had conversations and they're close to a deal. Owens' resignation was first reported by the New York Times, which noted he had previously assured CBS staff he would not apologize as part of any settlement. So he said, I'm not going to apologize as part of any settlement. And the rumor is they're getting close to a settlement, right? 60 Minutes will continue to cover the new administration as we report on future administrations, he wrote to staff this week. We will report from war zones, investigate injustices, and educate our audience. In short, 60 Minutes will do what it has done for 57 years. CBS is one of several broadcast news networks that Trump and his FCC has sharpened scrutiny on in recent months, with the president suggesting in a social media post earlier this month that they could lose their broadcast license. Now, I read that to you because some things hit the news yesterday, and at first, I didn't feel no way about it, right? At first, I was like, well, shit happens, right? But then I put 2 and 2, and I came up with 4. Now, y'all let me know if I'm reaching. Okay? I did 2 and 2 and came up with 4. Now, y'all tell me if y'all are coming up with 4. Now, with this rumored settlement and with this executive producer stepping aside after he swore he would never apologize, yesterday, CBS announces that they're canceling Papa's House, which is a Black sitcom executive produced by Damon Wayans and his son, created by a Black man and executive produced by Damon Wayans and his son. Now, if I'm going to be honest, this didn't hit me no kind of way because I was like, well, I recorded the show because I always want to try to support, Black shows. But I watched a few episodes. You know what I mean? It was okay. But it wasn't must-see TV for me. So it didn't hit me no kind of way at first. I was like, But then I saw yesterday where they also canceled the spinoff for The Equalizer, which is executive produced by Queen Latifah, and her production company produces it, Flavor Entertainment or whatever. Now, The Equalizer has been a hit show for CBS for the last 4 years. They're getting ready to go into season 5. It's been The Equalizer has been renewed, but the spinoff canceled. They ain't even put the spinoff out yet. They just decided, we don't want it. Then there was supposed to be a spinoff for The Neighborhood, which is executive produced by Cedric the Entertainer. No, The Equalizer is not canceled. They were going to do a spinoff, and the spinoff was canceled. So I said, well, wait a minute. Papa's House canceled. Spinoff to The Equalizer, which is going to be produced by a Black woman, canceled. Spinoff for The Neighborhood. Now, The Neighborhood was already going to end this season. That was already a done deal. They already announced it was going to end. But executive produced by a Black man. Now, y'all tell me, am I coming up? Is my math off? Because I said 2 + 2 giving me 4 right now. Does it seem like they're eliminating a little DEI over at CBS? What you think? Or am I just putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 5? Because I put 2 and 2 together and I came up with 4. But if I'm putting 20 on 10, y'all tell me. Say, really, be you doing too much now? You know that ain't child. You know, you do it happens. It's TV. Shows get canceled all the time. Because they did announce a couple of weeks ago that they were canceling the 2 FBI shows. But that was announced 2 weeks ago. So we can't compare the same. That was announced 2 weeks ago. But I just thought it was interesting that the same week that it was announced that they are coming close to a resolution, that they are negotiating a settlement, that the executive producer of 60 Minutes resigns, and 3 Black shows or shows produced by a Black person, Black company, all at the same day. I mean, it does make me nervous about Beyond the Gates, y'all. I'm not even gonna tell y'all no lies. It makes me nervous. It makes me nervous. SWAT got canceled, but I'm going to put SWAT in a different category too, because number one, SWAT had been canceled and they brought it back. SWAT was canceled last year and then they decided to bring it back. So I think SWAT was already on probation. So I'm gonna put SWAT over there because they was already on probation. Let's wait and see if they do not renew the I think the Equalizer was already renewed, I think, but maybe not. Don't do that, D. I love Beyond the Gates. Don't do that. I love Beyond the Gates. So hopefully they won't mess with Beyond the Gates. But I just thought it was interesting. And again, I might be putting 20 on 10, but at the very least, I got my eye on it. Which at the very least, I got my eye on it, honey. I got my eye on it. Wendy Williams, y'all. Yeah, I thought the Equalizer had already been renewed. Thank you. I'm sorry. Wendy Williams posted something today on her official Instagram account, right? And at first, I didn't know what the hell it was. I was like, what are these pictures? What are you posting, Wendy? What are we supposed to be seeing here, ma'am? But what it ended up being copies of her from her American Express account. And what it ended up being, and I'm going to read it to y'all here. Y'all remember a couple of weeks ago when we saw that bogus, when we saw that Ashley Powell said, no, they're rolling back DEI in Hollywood. We're going to see less Black movies. I agree. That's why y'all need to support Sinners. I personally don't want to see Sinners, but I bought a ticket because I mean, I figure they care more about the box office money than whether I actually went to go see the movie or not. And I generally do that. If it's a Black movie that I don't care nothing about, I'll still buy a ticket. And always try, opening weekend. Opening weekend is important. Okay. But with that being said, y'all, Wendy Williams posted this picture. And like I said, remember last week a couple of weeks ago when we found that letter from the doctor was posted that allegedly was the reason why Wendy was being examined, why she was put under the conservatorship. And we said something wasn't right in the milk, in the buttermilk. Something wasn't clean in the buttermilk. Because I was like, this don't even sound like a, thank you so much. Thank you for the confetti. I said, this don't even sound like, what a letter a doctor would write. Why don't I want to see Sinners? Because it's vampires and shit. And I know it's other stuff in there. I know it's got history and all that. I know. I got it. But I don't want to see no vampires. So that's why I didn't go see it. I don't want to see the vampires. And I know it's more than vampires, but it's vampires. So my coworkers were beating me up over it. No, you got to go see it because it's got the history. I got it. I know. It's got a whole history lesson. Got it. But I don't want to see the vampires. Don't. Moving right along. Well, Wendy posted another round said, I love vampires. Well, Wendy posted this from her American Express statements, and it says, and I'm reading you what it says. It says, here's proof that Dr. Rami Kaminsky was paid a total of $60,000 on the following dates on Wendy's personal and corporate Amex card without her knowledge or her consent. Subsequently, the triggering medical diagnosis letter was sent to Lori Schiller, on Thursday, January the 20th of 2022, just 6 short days after the last $10,000 payment. $60,000 for the 32 words used to strip Wendy Williams of her freedom and dignity. More to come. Hashtag boycott Wells Fargo. Hashtag predatory practices. Hashtag withdraw the guardianship petition. Hashtag justice for Wendy. Now, let me tell you guys. Sunday, November the 7th of 2021, $10,000 was debited off of her account, off her American Express. Saturday, November the 20th of 2021, $10,000. Saturday, December the 4th of 2021, $10,000. Sunday, December the 19th of 2021, $10,000. Thursday, December the 30th of 2021, $10,000. Friday, January the 14th, 2022, $10,000. And on January the 20th is when that letter was sent to Wells Fargo. Y'all, let me explain to y'all. Now, if I'm being very candid with everyone on the TikTok and on the YouTube, I have been to therapy. And I understand that I am no millionaire. My insurance covered mine. All I had to pay was my copay. Okay. So I understand we different. I get that. What fucking therapist was Wendy Williams going to that was charging her $10,000 a week for a therapy session? Now, I understand therapy can get expensive, but $10,000 a pop? And you were only, according to your letter, you have been seeing Wendy Williams for, didn't the letter say, I don't have the letter in front of me, damn it. But didn't the letter say they've been seeing Wendy for like 2 years or something like that? Why is only 6 payments for $10,000 on her American Express? Where's the 2 years of receipts? And you mean to tell me that from November the 7th of 2021 through January the 14th of 2022, that is a total of 6 times for $10,000? Baby, what kind of therapy was you giving her? What kind of therapy was you giving her? See, baby, this thing is getting deep. This is getting deep. Baby, I mean, I always thought that letter was bogus. I really did. I thought the letter was bogus. But, baby, this thing is getting deep. What? For 6, and that's not even 6 months. That's just 6 sessions. Baby, my copay is $20. $10,000 in 2 months. I mean, $60,000 in 2 months for therapy. That should have been the flag. Baby, this thing is getting deep, honey. This thing is getting deep. Because I told y'all that letter. I mean, I think we all agreed that letter sounded bogus. That letter did not sound legit. Ain't had no heading on it. I mean, it did, but child, that letter just didn't seem legit. So anyway, free Wendy, child. Free Wendy. Free Wendy. 50 Cent sues filmmaker Ryan Kavanaugh to block Skill House release. Demands $5 million in damages. Now, let me read y'all this. Y'all know I normally don't do 50 Cent over here, but this is the reason why I'm about to do 50 Cent. Baby, we was up to 320 people. They'd have left out. I don't know what they thought I was going to talk about. They'd have left. We down to 280, but that's okay. The 280 that's here, I hope y'all hit the like button. I hope we have about 250 likes. Can we get 250 likes on YouTube? And we done already hit 20K over here on the Instagram. So I mean, if you coming in over on I said Instagram, Lord, TikTok, just tap that screen. And thank you for everybody that's showing me love over on TikTok. But you can always follow us over here on the YouTube too. Baby, let me read y'all this. 50 Cent is taking legal action against filmmaker Ryan Kavanaugh, aiming to block the release of the horror film Skill House, scheduled for July. The rapper claims he never signed a final deal, despite providing his acting talents and agreeing to basic terms. 50 alleges that Kavanaugh went ahead with promotional materials featuring his name, image, voice, and likeness without his consent. He insists he would never have participated in the project without creative control, ensuring it met his standards. Furthermore, 50 Cent says he hasn't been compensated for the use of his image and services. He is now suing for at least $5 million in damages, seeking to prevent the film's release and pursue punitive damages. This legal battle has raised concerns about Skill House's debut, leaving its future uncertain. 50 requested an article about the matter on his Instagram. He reposted, an article about the matter on his Instagram, writing, "I didn't get paid. I'm afraid I'm going to need my money. You already know the vibes." Hey. Hey. 50 Cent, you've been doing this too long. You know better. You, 50, have been doing this too long. Sir, you know better. You mean to tell me you went to work and you hadn't gotten paid and you didn't even have a final contract? And you said you would have never done it without having creative control, then you shouldn't have never gave them your life. Sir, you know better. This is Hollywood. Why would you film a whole movie? And again, I'm not in Hollywood. I've never signed a Hollywood deal. I don't know how that works. But don't you get some of it? Like in the beginning, like don't you get it? And I mean, 50 Cent at this point in the game, he's not a rookie. I'm sure that he's used to getting paid something. Like if his salary, again, I'm just making up a number. If his salary is $1 million for the movie, wouldn't it make sense? Wouldn't it make sense that he would get a percentage of that? I mean, sir, why would you show up for work and you didn't have a final Who does that? Who shows up for work and they don't have a final signed contract? That's in any job. Who going to work? And I mean, and the way you be trolling people and the way you treat people, 50, I can't really have no whole lot of sympathy for you, sir. And you're not new to this. You've been doing this a long time. You have your own production company. Hell, you building a whole movie studio down in Louisiana. Louisiana. Sir, you know better. Now, if this was 50 Cent's first or second movie situation, I might be like, damn, they got him. But sir, you know better. So that makes me feel like it's a little bit more to this story. It makes me feel like there's a little bit more to this story. I'm just saying. Yes, yes, Melinda said, congratulations, you played yourself. And that's how I feel about it. You played yourself. The only reason why I read that is because, it couldn't have happened to a better person. That's how I feel about it. Somebody asked me about Coco K. Don't worry about the time. I feel like they do that so they can keep up with the amount of people that are getting into that area. Whenever I bought, this will be my third time buying a ticket for Coco K, and they always give me a time slot of like 8:30 in the morning. I think that's just so they can keep up with how many, because that's how early you can go in. I think it opens up whenever the boat docks, whenever the ship docks, you can get off the ship, and they usually are there, first thing. They usually lower the gangplank, not 8 o'clock in the morning like that. So I think that's what that is. So just put in whatever time slot they give you. But please know, I ain't never been there no 8 o'clock in the morning. Baby, I usually go to the dining room because y'all already called me bougie. So please understand, I go to the dining room every morning for breakfast. I don't go to the Windjammer and go to the buffet. I go sit down in the dining room and I go have breakfast in the dining room every morning, okay? That's what I do. And I go down and I have me some breakfast, okay? And then I get off the ship, okay? And I don't go to the Windjammer, okay? Please understand that, okay? And when I go on a 7-day cruise and lunch is open, baby, I go for lunch too. I go to the dining room for lunch. Please understand that, okay? And I know y'all always be calling me bougie, but it's stuff like that I'll let y'all call me bougie because that's what I'm going to do. Baby, I feel like that's what I paid for. Baby, that is the experience that I paid for. Tracy said she just get back from Coco K. Did you go to Hideaway Beach, Tracy? Cruiser, no. Cruiser be like, I'm going up to the Windjammer. I tell Cruiser, okay, well, I'm going to the dining room and we'll meet up. You let me know when you get done and we'll meet up. I already got my bag and I already have my bag with my towel and all my things in it. I'll be ready to leave after I had this good coffee and this good bagel and these scrambled eggs and whatever the hell else I'm gonna get this morning. And I'll meet you down at the gangplank. Cruise, I tell you. Let me tell you one good thing that I love about. Now, me and Cruz only traveled together twice, right? The first time we ain't traveled together. The second time, well, I guess it was about the same both times. Me and Cruiser can party, and we can drink, and we can have ourselves a good time. Okay? But baby, the other thing that me and Cruiser can do, we can definitely be by ourselves and have ourselves a good time. Cruiser can say, I said, Cruiser, I'm going back to the room for a little while. Cruiser say, okay, well, I'm going to go check out such and such and such. And I say, okay. And the good thing now on the ships is that you can have your phone and you can just text. Back in the day, we used to have a little walkie-talkies, but now you can text each other. And when we want to be around each other, hey, where are you? Okay, well, I'm gonna come down there. Or where are you? All right, I'm on my way down. Baby, we have ourselves a good time. Okay. So when I go to the dining room and she go to the Windjammer and we just meet somewhere in the middle, and it's all good. It's all good. Baby, the only wrong way to go on a cruise is just to not have a good time. That's the only wrong way to do a cruise, is to not have a good time. Okay. Okay, moving right along. Who is my favorite blogger? Oh, that's a good question, Strawberry Kiss. I have a lot of bloggers. I don't know if I have a favorite blogger. But it also depends on in what area. That's a question on TikTok. So like in celebrity news, oh gosh, it's so many, y'all. It really is. I watch a lot of bloggers on YouTube. I mean, I could just name some people, but if I start naming names, then I'm gonna miss somebody. But the Jasmine brand is probably my favorite blog when it comes to like celebrity news. I like I like Jasmine of the Jasmine brand. I don't know her personally, but I remember her when she first started out here in DC. She used to have like a little on Sundays. She used to have socials like at a little bar, whatever here, like mix and mingles, like kind of thing. And then she expanded and that kind of thing. And so the Jasmine brand is the place I go generally first when I'm looking for stories to talk about. But again, it's so much stuff that I look at. I mean, because I look at the Jasmine brand, I look at the Neighborhood Talk, I look at the Shade Room, TMZ, Bravo, all of the Bravo stuff, you know what I mean? Because when I do Bravo content on YouTube, oh my gosh, if I start naming people on YouTube, I'll forget somebody. But there's just a lot of people that I get news from on YouTube, and it depends on what I'm looking for too. Because I also do reviews, TV show reviews. So there are a lot of YouTubers that I watch their reviews because I enjoy watching other people's reviews. But certainly celebrity news on YouTube. Ooh. Oh God, it's so many. I don't even want to start naming no names. Abby said her favorite blogger is me. Yes, Abby is my boo thing. But I mean, I could just list a bunch of YouTubers. Certainly me. ReallyBTV. El Teddy 27 does a lot of political stuff. He does pop culture and stuff well, but he does political. Of course, my boo Abby reviews. It's in the name. She does a lot of reviews and she does unboxings and makeup. She does makeup reviews and stuff like that. Spiller Boy TV, he does reviews and pop culture. Chef Don Don, who's one of my mods. It's so many. Oh Lord, here we go, y'all. I must have been on here for an hour. Hold on, confirm. Which of these objects sails on water? Child, you want me to what? Sails on water? I can't even understand the damn picture. What the freak? Y'all. Lord. TikTok. Shit. Hold on, y'all. TikTok got me doing a puzzle. Hold on. Y'all know I can't see. Which one of these objects is played in bands? Okay, that's a guitar. Confirm. Child, I'm sorry, y'all. TikTok me. Whew. Okay. I like you a lot because you are fair across the board. Thank you, Strawberry Kiss. I appreciate that. I try my best. Okay. So let's get into this last story, child. It's getting a little late. I've already packed, y'all. I've packed. I gotta finish taking my trash out. And I'm put my suitcase in the car because I told you I don't like put my suitcase in the morning where people can see me walking to my car. So I'm gonna when I take the trash out, I'm gonna put my suitcase in the car. And then I'll be good to go for tonight. I thought I had a lot to do, but I was able to get a lot of it done. So okay. So let's get into and again, hopefully we can get out of the group chat. I tried to get out of the group chat, y'all, with Shannon Sharpe, but Lord knows every time I try to get out of the group chat, they bring me back in. So today, and this should come as no surprise, today it says, my statement is found here and that is the truth. This is coming from Shannon Sharpe. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. Signed, Shannon Sharpe. So I think this was a situation where they gave him the opportunity to step aside rather than like outright fire him. And they probably said, listen, if this thing dies down by football season, then we'll bring you back. But if you don't get this thing resolved or you're not, cleared by football season, it's a wrap. Do I think that they legitimately allowed him the time to step aside? Yeah, I think they did, but I definitely think, hey, what's up, cuz? But I definitely think it was with the caveat of you ain't got but about 2 weeks to get this, 2 to 3 weeks to get this thing straight. Okay. Now, right before I went live, Don Lemon actually had an interview with Shannon Sharpe's attorney. Now, shutting up is free. And I just do not understand why Shannon Sharpe and his attorney are insisting on litigating this situation in the court of public opinion. You're going to always lose. But I'm going to let y'all hear a little bit. I'm not going to let y'all hear the whole thing. You go over to Don Lemon and hear the whole thing. But we're going to listen to just a little bit of what he said. Because, again, shutting up is free. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me get to my timestamp.
Target of a shakedown profile, people. And I've worked with Lanny for years, at least, interviewing him for clients that and the stories that he's been involved in. Lanny, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Don.
So, Lanny, what is going on here? Because we have, you know what has happened. She's accused him. I read that. You have this salacious text messages. You've got the phone calls, and we'll play some of that in a minute. But where are we? And then we have the breaking news that he is stepping aside from ESPN. So where are we? What is going on here?
Well, let me at least add to the words stepping aside and start with that, and then I'll answer your question, if you don't mind, Don. He's stepping aside. He's elected to step aside to take care of his family and to deal with this blackmail filled with lies by this individual who uses OnlyFans to make money and to act.
So can I say this? First of all, this attorney mentioned this woman doing OnlyFans 11 times. And every time he said it, he would be like, well, I'm not saying this to shame anybody. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing OnlyFans. But, well, why y'all had to keep saying it? We know the woman do OnlyFans because Shannon Sharpe told us the woman do OnlyFans. So we know that. But the fact that you keep throwing it out there make me feel like you think there's a problem with it. But let's go. I'm going to let y'all hear him.
Role playing, but the reason that's relevant is that we are going to counterclaim and file suit against her. She will be under oath, and we will show that what I'm saying is true. She's lying about anything other than consensual sex. There was never anything but consensual sex. The reason we sent out her own words, her own text messages, is that she often asked for rough sex. She in a text message that we just recently put online, she said, I want to be in a dog collar. Daddy, I want your black babies. She has been role-playing on OnlyFans. She was role-playing and asked for this with Mr. Shannon Sharpe. So we are going to prove this in court when we sue her in a counterclaim. But I'm saying on the record, she's lying. We have evidence of her lies from her own words and what she was asking for in the text messages, but we will prove affirmatively what Shannon Sharpe said on his Instagram account. He's innocent. There was never a moment of other than consensual sex. And this is about blackmail and a shakedown scheme.
Okay, so people are dialing in at every second, as you know, and streaming. That's what Shannon does. I'm sure you're very aware of it. So we have more people joining us. So I just want to say that we are joined by famed attorney Lanny Davis, who is attorney for Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe's attorney. You guys misspelled attorney. Shannon Sharpe's attorney, so you can take it down and put it up, speaks. Okay, so Lanny, the fact that she works for OnlyFans, is that somehow undermine her credibility? I mean, because folks would say, they would call that, shaming of some sort, if you know.
No, I absolutely am not.
In the realm of her skirt was too short.
How she decides to earn a living, I'm not making any comment about her decision to use OnlyFans. That's her decision. I'm not criticizing that decision or judging her for that decision. The relevance is fantasy role-playing is what, among other things, she does on this particular site, OnlyFans. The fantasy role-playing was the explicit sex messages or text messages that we posted that she asked for over and over again, including wearing a dog collar and engaging in non-traditional forms of sex. So it's consistent with my statement, which we will prove that she's a liar, that she engaged as the news of his success and future contract came to her attention. She took advantage to leverage the possibility of her getting paid, and she blackmailed him. And we are suing her, and we will prove that this was a scheme to blackmail involving secret taping, and we will prove that Mr. Sharpe is telling the truth, that he was never, ever involved in anything other than consensual sexual activity privately between two adults.
Okay.
So if y'all want to see the whole interview, y'all can go over to Don Lemon, because now they're getting ready to get into like playing the video and asking the attorney to Well, what happened here? Playing the audio. Well, what was he talking about there? Y'all can listen to all of that. But I wanted y'all to just kind of get a tone of what their defense is, or what their, I guess, argument is going to be. They said that they are suing. They're going to countersue her for defamation. They said that they are not settling, and they want this to go to court because they want her to have to testify. So I guess they can pick apart everything she's saying because she is a liar. He also went on to say that he alluded to somebody leaking the information about a potential settlement. I really don't remember where I heard it first, but he confirmed it. And my thing is, even if it leaked out that there was a potential settlement, you didn't have to confirm it. You could have just said, well, we were aware of the potential lawsuit and we were in, we were in negotiations for a settlement, but you didn't have to confirm the amount. Because, baby, that $10 million ain't and again, that doesn't make him guilty or anything like that. But, baby, that don't sound good. That he was willing to pay this woman $10 million don't sound good. I think the lawyer said it too, Harlem Girl, but that's why I'm not 100% sure. So that's why I'm kind of I'm hesitant on that. But I really think the attorney was the first one to say it. I think, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. It's been so much stuff back and forth. I don't remember where it came from. But my thing is this. I understand they're saying, well, this is what she did on OnlyFans. And so, therefore, it's relevant to the case because we're saying that basically this is just a situation of kinky sex and people having, role playing and stuff like that. Like, I get that. But I do have a question. So, Shannon, did you know that she was on OnlyFans before or after you approached her in the gym? Because according to the lawsuit, you met her on at the gym. Did you already know she was on OnlyFans when you met her at the gym? Or did you find out after y'all started, I'm going to put in air quotes, dating, and it was just an added bonus? Like, how did you know she was into that stuff? I mean, is she lying about how y'all met? Which could be, she could be lying about how they met. I mean, she could be lying about that. Thank you for the super chat. Kia said, so to be clear, you are trying her job to her relationship to Shannon, which means you are admitting he hired her for prostitution, which is a crime. Well, she filed it in the state of Nevada, so that could get a little funky. But again, they talked on OnlyFans. But what I'm saying, though, is according to her lawsuit, she met him at the gym. So did you meet him on OnlyFans? Or did you meet him at the gym and y'all started talking on OnlyFans later? You see what I'm saying, Quake? Like, at this point, so something in the story don't make sense. If you knew she was on OnlyFans, when did y'all meet? Did you meet on OnlyFans? And again, I don't care about the woman being on OnlyFans, but when did y'all meet? You see, yeah, okay, yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'm saying. Like, okay, if y'all talked on OnlyFans, I mean, y'all talked on OnlyFans, that's great. I don't care, but now I have to figure out, well, not me, have to figure it out, but I'm just saying in general, now I'm trying to figure out, so when did y'all meet? So some other text messages were also released today, which basically she's talking about, again, she's asking for money. This was after the alleged assault, and she's asking for $10,000. And he's like, well, I don't have that much cash on me right now. But no, she asked him for $50,000. I'm sorry. And first of all, she was like, can you cash at me? Can you send that much through Cash App? You can send $50,000 through Cash App. I thought it was a cap on how much money you could send in a day on Cash App. But anyway, she said, can you send it to me? Can you cash at me $50,000? And he was like, I don't have that much. I don't have that much in my Cash App right now. But I have $10,000 cash now. And then she said something about, I don't believe you. Show it to me. Screenshot the money to me. And I was like, Shannon, sir. There are a lot of different reasons why I'm going to call you a fool in this situation. But that's got to be one of the biggest reasons. Sir, if you didn't realize you were being set up, why would somebody screenshot a picture of the money to prove to you that you have the money, especially if y'all have been in a financial relationship this whole time? Like, if you've been paying her this whole time, why would you now need to show her proof that you have the cash that you claim you have? Why would she screenshot that or FaceTime? Sorry, it was a screenshot. She was like, FaceTime and show it to me now. She said, not unless you have Cash App Gold while the rest of us have Cash App. Right. So I was like, that doesn't even make sense that you would ask that she would ask for $50,000 because I didn't even think you could send that much money to Cash App at one time. Both of them sound slow at this point, Kia. Both of them, because, sir, how did you not realize you were being set up? I know some have a cap of 5K. So maybe people who have more money coming through their Cash App, maybe they do have a higher cap, because with him doing Nightcap and Club Shake, well, definitely Nightcap, I'm sure he gets Cash Apps through his Nightcap. I'm sure people, he's a YouTuber just like the rest of us. I'm sure, just like I might get, $20, $30, $50 on my Cash App, he might get $1,000, $2,000. When they do a show, when they do Nightcap, sometimes they have 30, 40,000 people in there, in their chat. I mean, if everybody in the chat is sending them $10, I mean, maybe they do, maybe. But because in and I don't have the text messages, but in the text messages, she was just like, "Hey Xavier, hey boo." In the text messages, she was like, you made me cry when you left. No means no, Shannon. And he was like, she was like, you didn't even apologize. And he was like, all right, I'm sorry. And she was like, you just said you were sorry, but you're not saying what you're sorry for. I'm like, sir, you don't know you. Sir, you don't know you being set up. What are you apologizing for? So you can put in writing, I'm apologizing for having sex with you without a condom and not stopping when you told me to. Like, sir. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying who I think is right, who I think is wrong. I honestly think the truth is somewhere in the middle when it comes to this situation, if I'm being honest. And I'm not saying that man didn't assault that woman. I wasn't there. I don't know. But I also know it's more to this situation than what she's trying to make, than what she's putting out there, in my opinion. Because you lost me at, we were dating for 2 years, but he ain't never take you out the house. That's where you lost me. So, ma'am, y'all weren't dating. Now, were y'all having sex for 2 years? Yeah. On a regular basis? Sounds like it. Was he financially hitting you off? Sure, why not? He's a millionaire. Sure. Ain't no fool like an old fool. Well, they say a fool and his money are soon departed. Right, Sam. And that's why I'm saying I wasn't there. I don't know. She told that man to stop and he didn't stop. He's guilty. Full stop. I'm not passing judgment on whether I think he's guilty or not of what she's saying. What I am saying is I don't think either one of them are being 100% upfront about this relationship for the past 2 years. Now, what happened in October and January of this year, I wasn't there. I can't say whether she told that man to stop and he didn't stop. I wasn't there for that. I don't know. But what it sounds like he's trying to do, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. Oh, thank you, John. I can't wait to see you either, boo. I am going to say this, though. Now, y'all walk with me on this road, and then we're going to get up off of here. Y'all walk with me down this road. I am going to say this. What it sounds like he's trying to do now is he's trying to set the that this was, because I saw today where now all of a sudden his close friends are telling everybody that this was a BDSM relationship. And for anybody that does kink and involved in kinks or anything like that, when you got, it's nothing wrong with people having fetishes and being into kink. That ain't my business. That's what you do in your bedroom is your business. But what it sounds like he's trying to set up is that is what they do. They have rough sex. They have violent sex. This is what they do. So her saying, no, stop, isn't something new for them. That's what it sounds like he's setting up. Which makes me think, did she say no? And maybe you thought that y'all was playing, y'all was role playing. I mean, there are people who role play simulated RAPE. There are people who do that all that, you know, there are people that's a fetish for them or a kink for them. I know fetish and kink isn't the same thing. I'm not going to get into the difference tonight. I'm just using the words some interchangeably. But there are people who do get off on that. So is he trying to, but that's what I'm saying. There's usually a safe word. I agree, Quake. That's actually what I was going to say. You took it out, words out of my mouth. So are you trying to allude to the fact that this is something that we have done? And we use a safe word and she never said the safe word? Because now that I saw today where people are saying, oh, well, he's into BDSM. And if you listen to the whole interview with the attorney is saying, hey, they did this kind of thing. They did role play. They engaged in rough sex. They engaged in violent sex. Like he said that. So it almost sounds like that's what they're setting up, which now makes me think that woman did say no. Now, whether he thought it was part of the role play or not, again, I wasn't there. I can't say it. But it sounds like you setting it up. Tracy said, where was the contract? Didn't they sign one in the beginning? There you go. So listen, I told y'all I was trying to get out this group chat, and I am. I really am trying to get out the group chat. But with that being said, we're going to get off of here now. You guys, I apologize. I was talking to somebody this morning. They said maybe he got CTE, child, because he did play football for a long time. Child, maybe the man got CTE, and I ain't giving him no example. I mean, I'm not giving him no excuse either. Please don't think I'm giving him an excuse. So I apologize that I never did get caught up this week on my reviews. I'm sorry. Listen, went back to work. It's been a rough week. Had a lot going on. I had a lot that I had to get done this week. I just didn't get it done. I'm going to get caught up on chasing Dallas. I'm 2 episodes behind tonight's episode and last week. We're going to get caught up on chasing Dallas. We're going to get caught up on, I still have some things I want to say about Never Ever Meets. I mean, it's old now, but I'm going to just have to roll that in with the next one. And I know I'm behind on Raising Kanan. The good thing is there is no episode this weekend. So we will absolutely do Raising Kanan next week. El Teddy is back in town, Abby and myself. So at some point, the 3 of us will get together and catch up on Chasing Dallas. We're 2 episodes behind collectively. I know Abby did her own review on her channel, but the 3 of us are going to get caught up on that. And next week we'll do Raising Kanan, maybe Tuesday night. Since I don't have the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills anymore. And I will definitely throw my Never Ever Meets, because I got some, and I really don't have anything to say about the whole episode, honestly. I really just want to go on a rant about Kiki and her boyfriend in this drinking situation. And who's that asshole at the end of the episode, the one that got the baby he lied about that's dating the woman that lied about having 4 kids. I got something to say about him. I really don't have much to say about the whole episode, but I'll do a whole review. With that being said, y'all, let me get out of here. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you again, The Informed. I appreciate you. You just don't know. I appreciate you so much. I'm about to book it as soon as I get off of here. He treated me to my day at Coco K, and I appreciate you so much for it. Thank you for the super chats, those that participated. Thank you for all the gifts over on TikTok. Thank you for all the likes and any new subscribers. Welcome. And I will talk to y'all later. Thank you again. Somebody just sent me more love. Thank you. And as soon as Tracy gets back, we will be having a live with Tracy, and I'm gonna try to get Cruiser up here for us to talk about what Tracy's experience on the Utopia of the Seas, what she liked, what she didn't like, what she recommends, what she doesn't recommend. She said she just got back from Coco K today. Did you ever tell me what you did at Coco K, Tracy? I don't remember if you told me what you did. But she said she's just getting back on the ship from Coco K. So when she gets back, we're going to get all the breakdown. Okay? All right. With that being said, y'all, we're going to get off of here. I thank you. Talk to y'all later. Peace.